bonjour, mon ami. It is Two Pews in a Pod, where two pews, that's me, Kennedy, and my husband, Trevor,
we
are on a main quest of talking about pretty much everything relating to video games. However, we take the occasional side quest into other topics of discussion.
Yes.
But today we're still on the main quest. And
100%.
today we are putting Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the Game of the Year winner for 2025, against all of the previous winners for Game of the Year awards. There will be fighting.
Will there be lots of fighting?
Yes.
I'm in. Man.
But yeah, so Game of the Year awards only started in 2014. I actually thought they went back farther.
I did too.
I was like, oh, we'll just do the past decade. And it's like, it's only been 11.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare Clair Obscur because we're coming off the high. We just actually beat that game together very recently. So like when I dove into the lore and really immersed myself in the game. So because I wanted to experience it, I waited a long time to play it, and then it was really good. So big fans of the game. So what we wanted to do was compare that game to the previous Game of the Year winners and eliminate them or win them.
Just see how it holds up. Like if Clair came out that year, would it take that spot instead of the?
Because I did really like Clair, but like I don't think there was a lot of competition for Clair this year. There was a few games that
what was runner up?
Shadow of GOTY and then
Ghost of GOTY.
Silk Song. Both of those were kind of in the running, and then
those were like the higher ones.
Raiders and stuff like that. But like I don't think there was too many heavy hitters this year.
I'd say the closest one would be Silk Song.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But Ghost of GOTY is probably up there for PlayStation. But anyways, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna start with.
We're going back to 2014, and that was Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah.
This one's tough because they're both RPGs.
Yep.
Where the Dragon Age is more of a Western style, and then we have Clair Obscur, which is
Ranch.
No, it's playing off of a JRPG with that turn-based style. So, and it's going to be interesting doing this episode because it really depends on the type of games you like to play. Because they're all different and everyone's going to have a different opinion. So we're going to do our best. Are we voting for based off our
obviously
opinion?
We're going to pick, and we might have different agreements.
So we're not going to care about what they feel.
No,
we're just,
you guys, you're here for our entertainment.
I see. So I would say, we've got it's so hard when you're comparing now like combat, because while it's turn-based in Clair Obscur, it's still like real time almost, because you're dodging, you're parrying, like it doesn't feel as slow. But anyways, essentially it's turn-based style, and then you have Dragon Age, which is just real-time combat. So it just depends. That's just hard. I think Claire's combat was so inventive. It just was a nice spin on turn-based, and it was so just like mesmerizing to watch with like the paint splashes and like as you're going through the menus, and just all of the graphics within the fighting was just mesmerizing. So I would hand it over to that, but I'm gonna try not to do every category. And then you've got Dragon Age has a big open world, super easy to get sidetracked in it. Clair is more streamlined, a little more narrow focused storytelling. And Dragon Age doesn't have as big, possibly, or fleshed out of a story, but there's a lot of deep lore. And again, being able to like run around, and I love when I get sidetracked almost. Like there's so much in the game, it's like, oh, but like, what's over here? Like there's this abandoned building or cathedral. Let's go check this out. And you're just like lost in these woods, like just running around, and like, just the main quest is just waiting till you're done. having a heyday out there.
I'm so confused. Are you going Clair or Expedition?
Well, I'm just discussing them both. Oh, are we just rapid? I'm trying to extend the episode so it's more than just 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think it should be 2 minutes long. That's fine with me.
I mean, I guess
I'm voting Clair on this, just mostly because I really enjoyed the story in Clair, and I really liked how they incorporated that. And I kind of figured it out. They still got me on a few things I couldn't predict.
Yeah,
so
I might give it to Clair just for the story element.
Clair's also a little bit more bite size for me.
That's what I'm saying. It's more of a narrow.
Actually, I kind of liked.
You can really.
However, I wanted more. There's some things in Clair that I have issues with, like the map. It wasn't like an.
Mm,
I feel like it could have been
yeah.
more gamified in that. And I know they wanted to go old school in that sense, from what the developers say. But yeah, I could have used a little bit more gamifying in Claire. So like, Claire's not the be all end all game for me in this
Yeah.
category, but I would give this one to Claire.
I think I'm gonna give it a Claire too. It's tough because I love my open worlds. I love being able to do a lot, but it's really hard for me to stick in a game
I would
without
have
a
to, yeah.
super rich story.
I would have to go replay Inquisition, Dragon Age to give this an
That's true.
honest
Yeah.
answer here. So
Yeah.
like maybe it's just to be determined.
No, I think Claire's a safe vote.
Yeah, but so then we get to the next year, which is 2015, which is
Oh.
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
It's just the game of the year for any year. Okay. It is just the game of the world, of the universe, of all time.
You're not beating Witcher 3
You
Wild
can't
Hunt.
beat Witcher 3.
You're
No.
not. Okay, the combat. Okay, well, I will say the combat is older for Witcher 3 now. It's not as where it should be. If they
It could
would've-
feel a little clunky, I
Yeah.
would say now, but it is still really fun. I love how you can just switch it up every time by applying
Right.
different oils, or just depending on what you're fighting, you're taking different items, using different abilities. So it can be really fun in that sense. So even if it's a little clunky, it's still enjoyable.
It's like Witcher is just like better in almost all categories.
Well, it's got better
than
story,
Claire. It's better story, better side missions.
characters, better world, better map, if you will.
I still feel for the characters more in Witcher than I did in Claire, and I really did feel for the characters in Claire. They did a good job, but I still like the love scenes are better in Witcher because like there actually are some.
Well, I think the dialogue is more fleshed out. That was one thing I did not like about Claire, and I think that's going to hold it back from some of the other games we'll cover, is like the missed opportunity for just more voice acting. You would just read some dialogue, like Maëlle is writing in her journal about this, and she hopes that Gustav's disciples read it one day. Like, I would have loved if she sat and narrated what she was writing, even if it was only for a minute. So,
but I think because I played it, you watched me play it, pretty much the whole thing too. I will say they did do a very good job developing the characters.
Well, yes,
though.
I'm not saying they didn't.
They could have done more.
There was a couple times when like the screen went black. I get for like some romance, scenes, but like some other like goofy moments that it like just had text that you read it for. You didn't see it. So whereas Witcher is it's all out there. It's just all animated. I think it's just a perfect balance of open world, but it's not too big. It's just you always have something to do. It doesn't feel too repetitive. Whereas I feel like Claire starts getting a little repetitive. Like some people are skipping fights because like, okay, we just gotta move the boat along.
I never got there.
Yeah, but you like the grind.
I do like the grind, and I never got there. I would say Witcher's more repetitive in fighting than actually Claire is, because Witcher, you do kind of have. You're saying like you use different oils and that, yes, but you do kind of have the same build.
Yes.
In Witcher, regardless of which way you go down.
And it's one person versus a party of 3.
Claire, there's so many Pictos, which are like the equipable things, a lot of different kinds of weapons and different builds with. I would say there is more ways to have combat in Claire than Witcher.
I agree. I'm just saying.
So like,
even if Witcher's old combat, you can keep it fresh.
I do think some of the Witcher fights are way more fun. Than some of the Claires, because Witcher, like in Claire, a big gripe I have is the final boss was super easy because it did all the side content, or a lot of the side content before him. That wasn't really fun. And so like it was really just like a big cutscene at the end, and it was I should have like not done any side and just went straight there.
Yeah. Again, I do like Claire's combat more. It's cinematic. Everything else is just, it feels more clunky when you compare it. Right. But yeah.
However, that doesn't matter. Witcher 3 trumps Claire.
I will say, if we're comparing like heartthrobs, Verso is pretty I'm not gonna finish that.
Pretty throbbing. I'll finish it.
Throbby is what I was gonna say.
Okay.
He's pretty easy on the eyes, but Witcher. Wow, geez, it's late, y'all. Geralt. He's amazing. Always will be, forever and always.
Yeah,
next game.
Triss is my babe.
Oh yes, this is so wild, and I can't remember who it was up against.
Yeah.
But Overwatch for
Yeah,
2016 is
the game of
wild.
the year.
And it makes me so sad to
Mhm.
think about like starting an Overwatch 2. Like I missed that golden era of this game.
I had
Like,
the headphones for Overwatch.
dude,
They were orange, perfect, my
yeah,
favorite color.
amazing.
I remember Overwatch 1 was a blast.
Yeah.
I remember grinding that. Ranked gameplay was awesome. Blizzard at the time was really, like, super cool too, I feel like. I don't know where they're at right now.
Oh, Blizzard.
Um, I mean, what to say about it's a competitive shooter with no story, and they kept
No. I mean,
teasing
there's
story and
lore, but that's in like
r
comics and like
yes.
some shorter cinematics, but you don't see that translated into the game really.
No, it's YouTube videos or
Mhm.
trailers or some scripts you can find or just by character dialogue in the start of matches, but
Yeah.
you don't have
See, okay,
any
so this is
story.
almost hard because I almost like that you get bites of everything. So you have the cinematics, you have comics, and then there's like special events that happen throughout the year,
Sure.
like holiday events or like when they do like the Olympic stuff and like all of the skins. Oh my gosh. But am I going to sit and play Overwatch for 2 hours or am I going to go play Claire for two
I don't
hours?
know because like the other thing too with Claire now that I beat it and I've looked up that there's no really difference to New Game Plus.
Mm.
So like are we comparing this just off replayability? Like it's really
No,
hard.
I'm trying to wait over everything. I think it's safe to say Claire wins over a competitive shooter.
Ugh,
But
I
again,
don't
it's
know.
just like there's such different categories. It's hard to pick, but I feel
I would rather because I'm gonna platinum Claire. I've already decided that it's gonna happen here
mm,
pretty soon.
yeah.
Actually, I think Overwatch for me.
Uh,
I'm gonna give it to Overwatch. Just I really like the competitive shooters in general, and Overwatch did really such a great job. They have lost their touch.
yeah.
I would not say Overwatch 2 beats Claire. I would say
No.
Overwatch beats Claire.
Yeah. I think that's safe. I think myself I would grind more in Claire. Like I'd be sitting playing that longer than I would in Overwatch. Like I feel like I would burn out in Overwatch cuz not all of that is available right away. Like the seasonal events and all of that stuff. So sometimes it's just the
Yeah,
same grind. So I myself would choose Claire, but
it's a
yeah,
close.
it's hard.
It's
It's
close.
hard.
They're both good games,
Yeah,
but
very
have
different.
faults.
Oh
So let's
man.
go to the next year. We have Breath of the Wild Zelda,
Oh,
Legend of Zelda.
wait, I don't know. I'm like, of course it wins, but I'm also like a diehard Zelda fan, so that's hard. I, mm,
So Breath
I
of the
think it
Wild.
wins. I
Okay,
think it wins.
here's the thing. Like both these games have really developed something new, right? Both of these games kind of took a step in a different direction than most other
Well,
games. Like Breath of the Wild did the open world, but that's so different than Zelda games for them. It
well,
was like
right.
new
They
for
took a
them.
step in a different
And
direction
they gave
within
you
their
such a
universe.
creative tools to use to explore those worlds.
Well, yeah, it's nothing like earth shattering in the sense for open world, but in the Zelda universe, it was
Right.
monumental because while we've had big maps for some of the games, like to have
Sure.
this kind of freedom, but there is definitely some drawbacks in Breath of the
Because you
Wild. Like
lost
we
a lot of
lost the
story.
core of Zelda, which is the dungeons.
Yeah, the
And that
dungeon.
was a big
Yeah.
takeaway. But I think it can definitely compete and probably beat Claire and a lot of the things except for story. But it's like you've got tons of side quests. You have a very interactive map. You have
Lots of
tons of
puzzles.
collectibles, some satisfying puzzles. Like there's obviously no leveling up. You level up with like
That's a big
items
thing
and
for
stuff,
me.
but it's very collecting heavy. You're collecting recipes, you're collecting weapons, armor, Koroks. It's a stunningly beautiful game. The score is amazing. And like I've had sessions where I just explored the map and the map is so interactive. I have markers. I can see where I've
Right.
been. That
It
was my
has a map,
favorite
really.
feature where like you could see where you've been. So you just go where your little trail didn't cross. So I could sit and play and I think Breath of the Wild for just hours on end, if not a whole day. And Claire, I would cap out at like 2-ish
I was
hours.
sticking around 3 to 4 is where
Yeah.
I could get to.
Yeah.
The problem with Breath of the Wild is the story is so much better than Claire.
You what? I disagree.
I don't.
There's hardly any story in Breath of the Wild. It's just Link lost a
That's what
battle
I'm saying. Breath of the
and
Wild had no story.
Oh, I either you
That's
said
I
it
said
backwards or
Claire.
I heard it
Okay,
backwards.
Claire has such
Yes,
a
that's
better
what.
story. And Claire told a very, very good
Yeah.
story. That was one of the strongest thing that kept me wanting to go is I wanted to see what
Yeah.
actually if my guess was right.
Yeah.
Um,
I also really liked the different zones in Breath of the Wild where you had to be conscious of what you were carrying and equipping. Whereas you could run in a swimsuit in Claire in the snow, and it's just like, oh, we're fine.
magic.
So I think Breath of the Wild, I think it had more
Yeah.
variety overall
I'm torn.
than Claire. Claire really peaks at the character development and the story, but everything else, I think it falls just below Breath of the Wild. And I will say with Breath of the Wild, we got voice acting for the first time.
Yeah, I might differ on you with this.
Not that it was like amazing voice acting, but it still was like, oh my gosh, we have voice acting.
Because like, would you rather go back and play Breath of the
Oh, yeah.
Wild, or would you rather go back and play like Twilight Princess?
Oh,
So like Breath of
that's
the
so
Wild,
hard.
I'm torn because like I might be choosing Claire just because for me I think it's more my kind of game than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I never even beat Breath of the Wild.
No.
I did play probably 100+ hours of it,
Yeah.
but I never beat it because I just wasn't drawn to the story. I liked just being in the world and exploring
Yes.
it, and I did like that. But I did get burnt out.
It's
I don't know.
true. Yeah.
I'm not burnt out of Claire. I don't have nearly 100 hours into it like I do Breath of the Wild. But
Oh,
anyways,
see.
so I think we differ on that one. That's
Oh
okay.
man, now I'm like rethinking my Dragon Age because I feel like now I'm like,
I think it's to be determined on that one.
yeah, that's hard. I feel like I know which way you'd vote this one, but the
Oh,
next year,
it's a done
the
deal.
next year was God of War.
Yeah, it's easy.
And I think that easily takes the cake in
Easily.
all departments. Just the combat, the story,
Yeah.
the score, the graphics,
Voice
the world
acting.
design, the storyline, like everything. It was just an amazing game. I think that is one of like this is a game like I've watched you play through and beat, and like I think I would go and play. Like
Yeah.
that's on my to play list. It's
Yeah.
just I can even hear like the main theme right now.
know.
It's so good.
I can't say like a negative to God of War. And here's the thing: I really haven't played the original God of Wars. I've kind of looked him up, but I
Yeah.
wasn't allowed to play him growing up, really. But like,
Oh, was it
just
because
be
they
honest,
weren't
yeah,
like?
they were pretty violent. But like,
Was it because it dealt with like Greek gods?
no, they was really violent. And
Oh, just violence.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. It
they were
wasn't a
really violent.
religion thing.
No, had nothing
okay.
to do with
It was just really violent.
No.
Oh, they won't let you play games or you just
Well,
slaughter.
there's also I think there was like the saucy scenes in God of War too, which so like same reason I wasn't allowed to play like Grand Theft Autos. But anywho, that's fine. I'm an adult now. I can go back and play if I wanted. It's okay.
I can go to the strip club and
God
Grand
of
Theft Auto.
War is just everything you want in a video game. It's got
Yeah.
story, twists and turns. You can't predict what's necessarily going to happen. There's 2 of them too. So like if you finish the one, there's a sequel too.
And the sequel
The
holds up
combat
well too.
changes. You find new weapons you really didn't think you were gonna get.
Mhm.
Combos that you will never really truly like an average game will master,
Yeah.
but then the premier gamers
Yeah.
will.
And like
The voice
I'm
acting's
just-
great too, and like I'm not saying it's that bad in Claire. I'm just
No.
saying
Oh,
like
it's
this
just
is
really good.
another level.
Yeah. And it's just, I mean, you can't beat a video game in Greek mythology. Like Greek
Yeah, it's also
mythology is
so
so epic for a fantasy story. So yeah.
And I do like the
Amazing.
setting in Claire. Like I'm not
Oh
saying
yeah. Claire's
but,
a
like,
great game.
God of War is actually a 10 out of 10. Claire is not. So
What
God
is
of War-
Claire? 8.5?
It could be, probably 8 to 8.5 for
Okay.
me. Because like it's like I said, it's got faults with the maps, and how some of the balancing takes place.
Yeah.
That's mostly it.
Nice. I agree. God of War. Who won the following year?
That would be this is a tough for me because it's Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Oh.
And Sekiro, that is, I mean, it's a Souls like, and I'm a huge fan of Souls.
Mhm.
The Souls series, the Soulsborne series, I think
Yeah.
is what they're called now. But it took a different twist on the formula. It went a more stealthy assassin.
It went like
and repairing.
it went to
based.
where I
Yeah.
was interested in like getting
Yeah.
into it.
And then we get to this lovely setting of like another mythology setting where you got like yetis and giant serpents.
Well,
and,
it's
like,
going into the
yeah,
Asian mythology,
yes.
which is always super interesting and
instead
so inventive.
instead of the West.
And
yeah, so.
you had more of an obvious story this time, not so much like
There was actually a story.
Yeah, you're not
there
like
was
just finding lore
cutscenes.
bits here and there or piecing together
Yeah.
dialogue. So it was, yeah, and it's just the combat was so cool.
Well, I mean, even with Claire, it took me a long time to get the pairing down. Like,
Mhm.
longer than I would like to say, but I think I had it down by like the second or third night I started playing.
Oh,
Um,
sure.
by the third night, I was starting to get it.
Okay.
I continued to get better.
I get
It took me way longer in Sekiro.
I
Let me
get
just say.
I get
Dang it.
Whatever makes you feel better. No,
What?
keep going. I don't even
Sekiro is
know.
way harder to learn, is what I was trying to say.
Yes.
Like, it was much harder. But when you finally got it, it
Yeah.
felt so right. And then you go back and fight some of the bosses. You're like, wow, I struggled there. And then you're like, boom. I mean, Sekiro's got really cool atmosphere. Story's great. Multiple endings.
I like
Claire
the
has multiple
variety
endings.
of enemies you come across. I feel like it got a little bit
Yeah.
of repetitive in Claire. Like if you're in one
Yeah.
area, you're just repeating the same
There are
enemies.
definitely a couple areas in Claire where I'm like, oh gosh, I have to fight another one. And I'm like kind of a completionist where I'm like, I'm gonna fight it because I don't know what it's gonna drop for me.
Yeah.
So gotta do it. Yeah, I didn't feel that way in Sekiro. There was actually a boss that was so hard in Sekiro 2, I had to cheese it.
Yeah.
I
mean, are there more bosses as well in Sekiro than there are in Claire?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. But there's a lot of bosses in Claire,
Yeah.
but that's tough. I actually don't know. They might be the same. But I really liked uncovering the secret ending. And I'm a big secrets fan too. And I even brought this up in some of these games. But Claire didn't really have that many secrets, if any.
Yeah.
They had little lore things, but like there was no like super cool thing you unlocked.
Yeah.
Like there's not even a secret character really. Like so. Yeah, Sekiro for me.
Yeah, Sekiro.
It's again Sekiro. I think is almost a 10 out of 10. I think it's like a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
It's good.
Man,
are you gonna play it again?
I haven't platinumed it, but that one was hard.
It is really hard. Oh,
Hard.
it's so good.
You can play it. I'll watch you.
Oh gosh, I'll be there for the next like
I'll
decade.
be there for the next decade.
Oh man, we're getting to really good games. I mean,
know.
actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. All of these games are so good.
These are heavy hitters.
Yeah.
So Claire has won. I wish
Against Dragon Age, you and I disagreed
where are we
on
at for
Overwatch.
The stats.
It's really only won 1.5 times.
1.5 times. Claire, you're not doing great. You're getting pummeled.
And I think if I played Overwatch and got to experience that, I probably would give it to Overwatch. But I wasn't there. I wasn't that kind of gamer.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, the next year we have Last of Us Part 2.
Oh no. Yeah, Claire,
Dude,
sorry.
No, there's no way. Like it's just all good. And
I prefer the first Last of Us.
Right. I think a lot of people do. But this one, I loved that you played 2 different people on opposing sides.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I love when they pull out who's really the enemy, who's really wrong. Is that everyone's bad, everyone's good. Like it all depends on where your moral compass points.
And there's also like, I mean, it's zombies. I love the zombies in the atmosphere of post-apoc. Like it's such a good video game area. And again, I liked Lumiere in Claire, but like you got zombies, you got guns, you can still upgrade them. You find different ways to upgrade them. There are so many secrets. Like I could play that game again, and I guarantee you find places I didn't find before.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, the story, I mean, for both of those games,
gut-wrenching.
It's so deep. Like, wow. Like, so deep, I don't think...
I think
if you don't know already, like, spoilers, but I don't think anyone's getting death threats for having a certain character die in Clair Obscur. But then you've got Last of Us Part 2 where people are getting death threats for having a beloved character offed. So, like, there's that. People felt so strongly that they acted in a horrible way. Not saying they should, but that's just how just strongly people feel towards this universe.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Last of Us 2 is almost a 10 out of 10. I don't think it's quite there.
So good.
I would say probably the first Last of Us to me is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I think Last of Us. Claire got another smackdown on that one.
Oh, Claire, I had higher hopes.
It wasn't that even that close for me on the last few here.
It was really just close on Overwatch.
So this one's actually gonna be closer. I think Elden Ring got the next year. And that's tough. Another Soulsborne game. They went the open. They did the Breath of the Wild, right? They made it. They expanded the world so large. almost too large, right? Because there was a lot of repeat bosses. The story's really hidden in there.
I was gonna say it's more hidden.
There's no really story, so that's what Claire has going over this.
Well, there's a lot of story. You just need to find it. It's not obvious.
There's no like major cutscenes and stuff like that.
So it's more of their traditional.
Right. There's no like epic cutscenes, and I do like that. I do like having those epic cutscenes, but combat, a lot of different ways to play combat. You got a good steed, a lot of exploring. You know what I think gives me Elden Ring over the other one, over Claire, over that other one we don't talk about anymore. No, is again the secrets. I was thinking about this before we did the podcast. I'm like, because I almost wanted to give this one to Claire. And when I was thinking about when you found like the Serpent King, I can't think of his name, area and how massive that was, or when you first went underground in Elden Ring and like the feeling of like, how is this game this big? And then you find the ice area and you're like, what? And then you find the Melania, the secret boss. You're like, this is incredible. There's not like story, like you'd have to go and learn the lore from there, but each time you find one of those new secrets and there are new bosses and you're not just doing a dungeon for another shadow summon, and they feel rewarding. Like, and that's what Claire lacked, and the final boss was hard. Those are the two things that gave Elden Ring over that, but Claire had story that you could understand. A normal person could understand.
I know. And here I'm the normal person because I'm not the brightest in games. I'm not like the sleuth in piecing together or finding like that deep hidden lore that a lot of people can find in the Souls games. So I think I myself would give it to Claire because I need like a healthy balance. If I had that eye to like find the clues and all of that and piece together the lore for the story, but I'm not.
If we ever played the mod on Elden Ring that was seamless co-op, I think you would.
Well, yeah, but I would like it more because it's co-op.
Right.
That gives it an edge. So I think for this case, Claire, I would beat. I think I would have a hard time, not just difficulty, but just Elden Ring offering enough for me to stay in Elden Ring and consistently play. I think I would struggle. I'd get burnt out on Elden Ring faster.
Yeah.
So I myself, but I agree with you for the points you made. But for me, it will be Claire.
Claire's at 2 now, a solid 2.
Claire's at a solid 2, essentially.
0.5 from a couple of them. out of like 20 points already. It's got 2. It's not. It's like 10%.
Oh my gosh.
What have we got?
We don't even need to talk about this. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Gold.
It's
Claire,
easy.
you're done.
Claire, you lost.
Dude, people have like hundreds of hours in Baldur's Gate. Still are playing it. I mean, it is so rich in story, characters, option, the world, just how you can play and different endings. I mean, and just the combat is so fun for turn-based. It is just a blast. It's fun solo. It's fun co-op. Be good, be bad. It is just all amazing. And there's so many like, I need to go and look because like a year or so ago, there was dialogue that no one had uncovered yet. So I'm curious if they did. But so there's just so many layers to the game, stuff hidden, unique, Easter eggs galore, if you will.
And then Baldur's Gate, and I think Claire may do it. Claire's a younger game. They don't have as many updates out. It's a smaller development team, and it sounds like they're working on something else. Baldur's Gate 3 did like 6 major updates. They keep going through the year.
They love, not that Claire doesn't, but they love their community. Like everyone is just so happy, I think, with Baldur's Gate 3 overall, and like being able to add mods, and there's just you just know and feel and see the love in that game.
You had to play Claire pretty much as the good guy, right? You had one way to play Claire. Different builds, but you can play Baldur's Gate however you want.
There's so much freedom.
You can replay it however many times you want. It's going to be different. Like I just said earlier, you cannot really replay. You can. There's New Game Plus. They have it. But when I looked into it, I'm like, is this worth my time? It said there was no new enemies. Nothing new to find, no super secret ending, and maybe they're hiding some of them from the community, and they know, but I don't think so.
No, at least not for this. Maybe we'll see that in any later installments. But
Baldur's Gate's a 10 out of 10 again. That's the problem.
I mean, it's just like the world itself. It's just so in depth. I mean, it's also hard comparing that game to more of an indie game, if you will.
Sure.
I feel like Claire, in my opinion, is borderline
It's
indie, but it's a
double.
smaller team.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Last and least is Astrobot.
okay. I know what you're gonna vote, but this one's a
It's Claire.
toughie
No.
because
Astrobot should not have even I don't know. I was
hold on.
upset.
I think you need okay.
Okay.
Again, this is
Alright.
the game where there's such different categories. It's
Right.
really hard to compare. I think a great way to look at Astrobot is if you grew up playing video games and you grew up playing PlayStation, you would really love and
I did
appreciate
grow up.
I know, but you haven't played it. So
It's
you
true.
can't you would really enjoy Astrobot. It is such like it competes with Super Mario.
Well, that's the pull is like because Super
Right.
Mario
But
Galaxy was so darn
but
good.
what it's you can be or like kind of 100% the game within like 15 to 18 hours. So it is a shorter game, but there's just so many
Nostalgia.
Easter eggs. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just super nostalgia
Mhm.
heavy and it's an easier game to play.
But
It's
there's
more I understand. It's more fun.
yeah.
So but yeah, it doesn't really have this super in-depth
gonna
story and flushed out characters, and it doesn't pull at the heartstrings. It's just like, oh my gosh, like,
It's
oh
a
my
breath of
gosh.
fresh air.
It's just lighthearted. It's
yes.
nostalgic. So if like you're coming in as a first time gamer, you're gonna enjoy Claire more. But if you are a long time gamer, especially in the PlayStation world, I think you'd really enjoy Astrobot. I am having a hard time actually deciding who to give this to because I almost think I might enjoy Astrobot more than Claire.
But I still vote Claire based off what I know of Astrobot and what I've seen. Because like Astrobot is just like
It's a platformer.
It's a platformer. There's no story. It's
Yeah.
yes, it's a very good platform. Yeah, I'm sure it
Yeah.
is. Would I have fun playing it? Yes, I think I actually would
'Cause
because
it
like
almost
Ratchet and Clank and a
reminds
lot of
me-
Sony stuff I really enjoy.
It reminds me along the lines of Split Fiction if you remove the story, where every world you go to has a different
Mhm.
gimmick to it. So
Mhm.
nothing feels like it stays too long, like overstays its
Sure.
stay. And it's just it's fun, it stays fresh, it's easy to get into. I don't know. I'm really
So it's
torn.
at 3 points right now. I'm giving it mine. Does it get 4? Does it stay at 3?
Oh, so hard. Oh.
We're waiting.
I think I will give it to Claire because
Okay.
it's more, it pulls at the heartstrings more. It's more epic.
Yeah,
more
it's
epic.
more epic, more twists and turns. You didn't, yeah. So, I mean, ultimately here, I think where we're at is Claire is a good game, but I think like what I
It's a very
said,
good
I
game.
think it came out in a year where it didn't have as much competition. If it came out in a year with one of these other games, not
Yeah.
getting game of the year.
Or it was just, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, Silk Song, I think, is the hardest competitor for it. But that world is also, well, it's got a big community. It's also more niche because it's a hard game.
None of the games that we just mentioned were 2D.
No.
It's hard to win a game of the year as a 2D. But like even Hades was a 2D game, kind of. I mean, it was top down, still kind of 2D.
And then it lost The Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. The 2D. Yeah,
So
it's
just,
tough.
They struggle. I don't even. I'm not a huge fan of the.
I think that's the
Metroidvania
thing.
either.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
think-
there's a lot of people like that don't. It's not as immersive
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. But not saying it's not a fun game for a lot of people and they didn't do a
Right.
good job. Just not my cup of tea. And
Yeah.
most of the world's apparently. Oops. With that being said, Claire got smoked in this beat 'em up.
I just didn't really think about it. I thought it was going to be a little tougher, but
No.
like again, like you said, Claire is a great game. I think it really pushed a lot of boundaries for this kind of game. It brought a lot of fresh twists to a lot of the mechanics we see today, but
Yeah. And I will say I've only platinumed like 4 or 5 games between like Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
oh wow.
And Claire's gonna be one of them. So like it's not that hard to platinum, but it's at least that good. So it is really
It's
good.
worth playing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
worth
A
100%ing.
good time.
Yeah.
I have fun learning about the characters in this story. So
Yeah.
it's worth it. And you know, they didn't like make it cost $70. I think it's like
I know, that's a
on
big
sale, it's
pull.
like $49.99, which is a
Yeah.
great thing. Thank you. So
Yeah, thinking like Fallout 76 costed.
costed.
Wow.
Costed.
$70, you said?
It was ridiculous. I don't know if it was 70 at the time, but it was getting close there. So how are you gonna leave? How are we gonna leave the pod?
Bye. Click.
You know, I want that to be it.
Maybe someday.
All right. Thank you for listening. Hope you
don't
enjoyed.
just start leaning away. We have to give them side quests for whoever happens upon our podcast. But yes, thank you for sticking around and listening to us ramble. Please let us know if you played Claire, what your thoughts are, if you think it won in any of the other years, how you think it held up to the previous Game of the Year winners. But yeah, that is it for today, folks.
The music was so good in Claire.
Yep. Okay. Hello? Do you just not GG them anymore? Is this how you leave? Stop
How do
it.
you say GG in French?
GG.
Oh, GG, bonjour. Bonjour, GG.
No, have an awesome day, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode. GG. Are you not GGing?
I did GG. Shh. Go to sleep.